Hello, tile friends. Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a beautiful December. First off, I know it's been a while since I made a video or a podcast. My sincere apologies. Um, October, I think it's been since September, and I meant to get one out here in October. We ended up having two hurricanes in the month of October that were, well, the first Helene wasn't a direct hit, but it caused damage and flooding, and then we were helping cleaning up our yard, and then less than 10 days later, I think it was about 10 days, we had Hurricane Milton, which was a complete straight on hit. We were fortunate; it could have been a lot worse, but yet a lot of disruption, and a lot of cleanup to do with friends and family. And then about 10 days after that, before the month ended on the 25th of October, we had our house fire. And thankfully, we were at a friend's house. And so we weren't home when the fire caught on house. But yeah, so we had a lot of loss. We lost our two beloved pets from the fire, and pretty much, 99% of our possessions. So one of the things that I kept was I rescued was this coffee mug, which says, "See the good in all things." And I've been drinking from this mug just about every morning since the fire, to remind myself that even in the worst of times, there's silver linings. And so I'm recording this at 11:30 a.m. on Thursday the 5th, and I wanted to invite you to a special Tile Money Masterclass we're having today in 4 hours. So if you're listening to this at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, you can join us for a mindset masterclass that I'll be doing a presentation on. It's come to, I feel called and compelled to do this class because a lot of you have reached out to me to talk about private matters, anxiety, depression, the overwhelm of running a business, all things that I'm very passionate about myself, because for the last 10 years or so, I've been compelled due to out of necessity to dive into these topics and learn about controlling and developing a mindset that is unbeatable. I've struggled myself, and I think I've shared on this podcast that I've struggled with depression, anxiety. Things come up. I've had extreme emotions that were felt like they were uncontrollable. And so I've been diving into this topic for really the better part of 10 years, but especially the last 2 years, 2 or 3 years, because of life events and tragedies that have come up. And I feel compelled to share some of my insights, not because I'm a guru or a doctor or I think I can fix you. I want to encourage you if you're struggling. I want to share with you some of the tools that I've used to gain control of my emotions and to see the good in all things, even in the face of much adversity, and to recover from, frankly, devastation. A couple years back, I lost my business. I had, like I say, I had a tough time, and I lost a lot, and my marriage was on the rocks, and I was very depressed and had very dark thoughts. So I did some things to change my life and turn things around. And today, even during two hurricanes and a house fire, and in less than 30 days, probably less than 20 days, all that happening, the practices that I've been practicing and the modalities that I've been using and the meditation and everything I've been doing was really shone through, and allowed me to face this tragedy with not desperation or a downward spiral like had happened before previously a couple years back, but almost like a renewed zeal and almost like a knowing that everything was going to be all right, even standing in front of my house and weeping over my pets and knowing that there's nothing that there, it's I wanted to say, I was going to say something. I don't want to say there's nothing that can stop me, but there, because we have to be humble in this type of subject, but there's that I'm so much more powerful, not necessarily of my own accord either, but because of the things I've been doing and the things I've been practicing and learning to control my emotions and control my destiny, really. And as business owners, that's what we're doing. We're taking control of our destiny, and we're saying, I believe I can create a better world, a better business for myself and my loved ones and my clients. But often the pressures of running a business is overwhelming, and to be frank, the suicide rate, I've dug into it amongst the trade contractors is higher than any other trade, any other business profession. So if this interests you, click the link below. If you missed it, I apologize for the late notice. I meant to put this out on Monday, Tuesday. I've been working long hours and catching up and taking care of people here and myself as well. But the good news is if you sign up, if you register, even if you see this at 5 p.m. Eastern time, if you register for it, we will send you the replay so that you can watch it privately or listen to it. So I hope to see you there. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. And again, this isn't meant to tell you how to live your life or give you medical advice. I'm just being vulnerable and sharing some of the things I've learned. I feel compelled to do this, and I hope everybody is staying positive out there and running a profitable business as always. But that starts up here in the mind. It starts in your mind. So what I've learned is nothing matters. You could create the very best business. You could create 10 businesses. But if your mind is not right and you're struggling with depression, you can lose it all just like that. And so that's really the reason I'm and I'm not switching gears per se. I am starting another podcast that will be dedicated to the mindset subject alone. But over the years, if you've been listening to this podcast, I've had people on to talk about mindset and talk about breath work and talk about mindfulness. And so we'll continue with that even more so, especially after my experiences. And we'll continue with this podcast. I hope I didn't scare any of you in thinking Luke disappeared again. I mean, I did, but with good reason, I believe. And I just wanted to touch base here today and tell you that I'm here and I'm strong and I'm doing well. And life is moving in the right direction for me, and I believe for you as well. If you're listening to this and you're breathing and you have somewhere to go today, someone to love, don't be afraid to reach out if you need to unload some things emotionally and talk some stuff through. So thank you all for listening to this podcast. We will be doing interviews in January, and we will be continuing with the mission here of Tile Money to strengthen the tile industry from the installer up. All right, tile friends. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Hope to see you today. Click the link to register. Even if you can't make it, we will send you the